directly from the students of Airwaves Media, bringing you news in and around Alma High School. You're watching the Airedale.
Welcome to the Airedale. I'm Michael Farrell.
And I'm Ben Mitchell.
And today we'll be talking about concurrent classes, AP statistics, plus much more coming up on the Airedale. A new tutoring program called Plexus has been introduced to Alma High School. Sarah Nutt explains the benefits of tutoring and why you should use the program.
Sometimes students have a hard time getting a grasp on a subject in class, and grades could fall behind tremendously. Luckily, there's a new online tutoring program called Plexus. You can sign up to Plexus using an email Mr. Kirkendall sent out. It contains a code for you to log into the website, and it's completely free to use.
I believe it's one right now session a month where you can actually, and I think it's up to 45 minutes, where you can log on and this person will help you with calculus, or this person will help you with chemistry. And it's zero cost to the student. All you have to do is log on and sign up and notify them, and they'll get back to you.
Tutoring after school has many advantages. You could ask questions you're afraid to ask in class, it increases good study habits, and your tutor might have a different perspective on the subject than your teacher, so they could teach things in a way you've never thought about them before.
If you have any questions about Plexus, all of our teachers have the code. I sent that because we have a weekly bulletin that they receive. And so you can actually have a little scan. You can scan it on your phone, take you right to the website so you can sign up.
I'm Sarah Nutt with Airwaves Media.
A new class is coming to Alma High next year. What is it, and how can it help those who are wanting to further their education? Caden Daspit and Braden Peppis find out more on why you should consider taking this intriguing new class.
Coming soon to a school near you. Next year, for the first time ever, a new class will be coming to Alma High School.
Yes, I think it is a great opportunity for more college credits, especially towards math, which we don't see much of here because most of our AP classes are not in math. We only have 2, I believe.
This class will be offered by Mr. Bean, a teacher that is new to AHS. He arranged for this class to start next school year.
I recognized a need that our students needed, and so I brought this attention to the administration. A lot of exploration in this class. The way I plan this class is the students are going to be exploring a lot with different types of concepts. I think it's different because of its applicability.
Students are already planning to take this class next year and is required to have at least an 18 on the ACT in math.
Probably the fact that you get college credit for it and the opportunity to do it in the first place.
Coming August 11th, 2023, AP Statistics. This has been Caden Daspit and Braden Peppis with Airwaves Media.
Last Friday, AHS students went on a reward trip to Dallas, Texas. Peyton Phillips and Abigail Spencer have more on this topic.
Last year, it was announced that students with the highest ACT Aspire scores and students with the most improvement will be taking on a trip to Dallas, Texas, come spring of 2023. It'll be an all-day trip. They'll tour the 6th floor museum and Holocaust and Human Rights Museum. AHS staff members, including Assistant Principal Mr. Reeves, will be attending the trip, as well as the students chosen for it.
Our school report card was really good. And a lot of it had to do with our ACT Aspire growth, students taking the ACT Aspire seriously. I think this gave a little bit more incentive, and it's a win-win for us because they get to go and do something in Dallas. They're going to Dealey Plaza, they're going to the 6th floor museum as well, the Dallas Holocaust Museum. Great exhibits, great facilities to go to, and it's not going to be of no cost to students, and they get to go and spend the day with some of our history teachers doing some really cool things.
The ACT Dallas trip is a rewarding educational experience for hardworking students. If you study hard and do your best on the ACT Aspire math test, you may have a chance of going on a trip next year. This is Peyton C. Phillips from the Airedale.
Like many of our teachers and staff at AHS, our counselors work hard to make Alma High School a better learning environment. Destiny Wheeler interviewed a few people to show why we appreciate them so much.
Our Alma High School counselors work hard every day to make our school a better place, whether that be by helping our community or our students here, either with their plans for the future or with their well-being. Here are a few people to tell our counselors how much we appreciate their hard work.
They are fantastic with our students and helping out the teachers as well. They've all come into counseling for very good reasons and really enjoy their jobs. So I just appreciate that they're always so supportive of everything we do.
They introduced me to new classes that I like, and they've also helped me with hard times in my life.
I appreciate the counselors because they do a lot for Alma High School. They do a lot for our students, and they are also there to help teachers out. As a teacher, I'm able to go in there and I can ask them about students, and they can help me resolve any issues or help me better understand the situation. But I know anytime I have a student that needs something, whether it's social, emotional support or academic support, I can send them to the counselors and the issue can be resolved.
I'm Destiny Wheeler with Airwaves Media.
Concurrent courses are a great option to get college credit and further your education here at Alma High School. Ben Mitchell looks into this awesome opportunity to get free college credit while attending high school.
Concurrent courses are an opportunity for students to get up to 8 hours of college credit for free while still in high school, saving you money and getting free credit. Why should you take a concurrent credit course? What are they good for? Of course, there's the college credit, but what about other benefits?
Concurrent courses are college courses that are taught on our campus, and our students who take these courses get high school credit at Alma High School, and they also get credit through Arkansas Tech University. And so you're building a college transcript. These courses are earning you hours at colleges, again, through Arkansas Tech, but you can transfer it to other schools. And so it basically is getting you a head start on some college courses that you would have to take. Usually the courses that we offer are would help you with an associate's degree or a bachelor's degree if you took them here. So you get done with it in high school and it's free to you. So college credit for free.
If you've taken the ACT, concurrent courses are an incredible chance for you to get college credit at AHS. But how do you get enrolled into them?
Okay, in order to qualify for concurrent classes, you have to have college level ACT scores. And so Arkansas Tech requires that you have a 19, which is the college ready level, in certain portions of the ACTs.
This has been Ben Mitchell with Airwaves Media. The Foreign Exchange Program is an incredible opportunity for students to study abroad and learn about the culture while getting an education. Yet without families to host those students while they study abroad, these foreign exchange students would not have the ability to have this experience. The Alma Foreign Exchange Program is looking for families to host the students that will attend Alma High School District next year. Cole Howard has more.
The Foreign Exchange Student Program allows people to host a child from another country. Children will learn about American customs and about how things work in America. The point of the program is to allow students from other countries to study abroad in order to expand their education.
It's very easy to become a host parent for the Foreign Exchange Program. We have it all set up on our Alma SD website. When you go to almasd.net, you can simply look on the Parents link and host an exchange student. There you'll see descriptions of the exchange students, and you can briefly read through them, or just send me an email.
Foreign exchange students can be hosted for different amounts of time, which can allow you to pick what time period suits you.
There are actually 2 different time periods that we have them. We have some 6-month students, or some 5-month students, and some 10-month students. Most of our students arrive in August and leave in May. We might have one that arrives in August and leaves in December, or one that arrives in January and leaves in May.
Living conditions for students are not specific, but it is required for students to have a loving time in America.
Well, what we really require is a loving family for the exchange student, a family that's going to be interested in sharing the American lifestyle with a student, taking them around, showing them the places, and celebrating holidays and including them. So that's the main thing. They do need their own bed. They don't have to have their own bedroom, but if they share a bedroom, it should be with a student that is no more than 3 years difference in age.
This is Cole Howard from Airwaves Media.
WATC stands for Western Arkansas Technical Center and offers students an opportunity to take college-level technology courses that could lead students to a potential career in those fields. Stetson Goodson has more on this wonderful opportunity.
WATC is a program that allows students to earn credits and credentials from the University of Arkansas. But what is WATC?
WATC stands for Western Arkansas Technical Center, which is a program with the University of Arkansas Fort Smith that allows students to come and take classes on their campus or at their satellite center, which is called the Peak Innovation Center, and receive technical training and vocational training.
Many benefits for participating in different programs. Here are the benefits for WATC.
Two different benefits that you can get from it. You can graduate with credentials that will allow you to go straight into the workforce. So the other option would be just getting a kind of a head start if you're interested in any of these fields and want to go and get a higher degree.
The application process for WATC involves registration for UFIS and other paperwork for Alma High School.
We have to be juniors and seniors, and so we actually last week in 3A watched a video our sophomores did over WATC, and those that were interested filled out a Google form, and we're going to go visit in a couple of weeks. And then those who say, yes, this is something that I want to do, will fill out applications probably toward the end of March with University of Arkansas Fort Smith and complete the paperwork for Alma High School.
This has been
Quiz Bowl is a team where students use their knowledge of various topics to answer questions and score points for their school. Evan Sanderson took a look at the 9th grade Quiz Bowl team and how they're going to nationals.
State Quiz Bowl is when teams who have gotten first, second, or third have advanced to the final competition for junior high.
This is my first year, and first year for about half of them. Coming in and be this successful, it's unheard of. We have Evan Green, Eric Mulligan, Drake Norris, Faith Drous, Scarlett Hohenstein, Rachel Brown, Weston King, and just a bunch of great kids that are really wanting to help us be successful.
Evan Green is excited that they made it to the state Quiz Bowl. He said that when they made state in middle school, it didn't go that well, but he's glad he has a better crafted team this year.
Like I said, I think we're going to do very, very well here because we have a very well balanced team.
Caleb Bowen is proud of his team because of how well they did at regionals. He said he's gonna join Quiz Bowl next year to get better at it than he is now. He is so confident he thinks his team is gonna win. Here's why.
I think our team's gonna get the dub because we're just like a flat out W team.
I'm Evan Sanderson for Airwaves Media.
AMI, or alternative method of instruction, has been a common term heard throughout school districts, especially since the COVID outbreak. Yet AMI days can be used for a variety of different reasons. Hunter Cole and Hunter Brewer looked into this topic.
During times of inclement weather, which could be severe or winter weather, students at Alma schools will have an AMI, or alternative method of instruction, day of school. Mr. Reeves is here to tell us more about these AMI days.
AMI is alternative method of instruction, and it's used for times when you can't be on campus for school. And so the state allows us to have, I believe it's 9 AMI days or 10 AMI days a year that we can use. And that all really started coming about at COVID. When COVID happened, some schools used AMI before COVID. We were not one of those, but after COVID, then we started taking advantage of it some because we figured out that we could do schooling not between these brick and mortar walls, that we could actually do it using the technology that's available. So we started using it more then, and it comes in handy at times.
If you do not get your work done before that Sunday at 11:59 p.m., you will get an unexcused absence for that day. If you do not have any Wi-Fi or power, you will get a paper copy to do before that next Monday.
So students, they get some flexibility, especially here on the high school campus, and the middle school is the same as us. They get flexibility on when to get their work done, but essentially what you're going to do is you're going to log on to your computer and you're going to look into your Google Classrooms, and the teachers will assign you an assignment. There is no new learning that takes place. It is just revisiting learning that has already taken place and some things to help strengthen instruction that happened in, like more practice. So students need to log in and do their work, whatever it is, and submit that work. Now, we understand that there's going to be some times that we have bad weather, and it's not just snow and ice. We had a tornado 2 years ago that came through here, part of our district, the northern part, and so we were out of school 2 days then for that. So there's various things that could keep us where we can't be on campus and we have to use an AMI day. So we understand that there's going to be times that kids do not have internet access like they need to. And so what we've done on this campus and what we've done on the middle school campus to make it more equitable for students is we give them until Sunday night at midnight to get them finished. And so if a student does not have internet access and so they can't do it, when they get back on campus, they get a paper copy and they just need to get it done, get it turned in the following Monday at that point. Any student that doesn't have their work done by the deadline is an unexcused absence for the day that it was issued. Now, we will allow, if you're within your 4 excused absences, a parent can call in and excuse it, but it's still an absence. Because for us, and as far as the state's concerned, it is still a school day. That's how it still counts for us as a school day. So you're absent, but if you were really sick and you couldn't do your work that day, then a parent can excuse it. It doesn't change the deadline. It doesn't change that if you don't get it turned in, it's 0. It does change how it looks, though, for semester exams as excused versus unexcused.
AMI days help from stopping the school year from going into June. If there is a snow day and it is not an AMI day, a makeup day will be added to the end of the year. Many of them could be added, making the school year go into June.
Well, it benefits us the same way it does any other school in the state that's using it. What it does for us is it allows us to not have to push the end of the school year into the middle of June. I remember, and I don't know how many years ago it was, 12, 13 years ago, we went to school till June the 9th because we had a whole lot of sick days that year, or a whole lot of snow days that year. And so that's tough. That is really tough when you're going to school that long after Memorial Day. And we don't want to do that. And so if there's a way that we can get around that, the state allows us to use these AMI days. And if you'll look now, whenever the news shows us closings for school days, 99% of those schools are alternative method of instruction days, AMI days or remote learning days. Very few will just say closed.
This is Hunter Cole and Hunter Brewer with Airwaves Media.
The IT department is a team of hard-working tech experts at Alma High. Jace Goldman takes a look at what they do for our school.
What does the IT team do? Where is that hidden team that keeps the school technology from turning into a burning pile of dead, overheated laptops, servers, PCs, and other equipment?
Chromebook repair, it's maybe 15 minutes of Chromebook, so they're pretty easy to knock out. Granted, with our newer ones we've got, those have been kind of a challenge because we've had an uptick in repairs needing done. Something harder is Promethean stuff because a lot of that's still under warranty. And we've had like a touch bug happen this past 2 years almost now, where the board will just randomly stop working and we have to ship it back to the factory, and then supply chain takes like 2 months.
On a normal day, the IT worker will go and fix Chromebooks, which would on average take about 15 minutes per Chromebook, or help a teacher with problems with their PC.
A daily job involves fixing Chromebooks, anything the teachers might have problems with that morning, random Wi-Fi issues sometimes. Normally that's Chris, but I'll help get like eyes on the AP in the ceiling and make sure it's at least on and that sort of thing.
I am Jace Coleman with Airwaves Media.
Humans have always been fascinated by the concept of space, and we have continually tried to discover more and more about it. Joshua Wagley takes us to the James Webb Telescope and elaborates on its new findings.
December 25th, 2021 is the day the newest space telescope was launched. Its name is the James Webb Space Telescope. It is the newest space telescope succeeding the Hubble telescope. I was able to get an interview with Dr. Christopher Britt, who works with the Space Telescope Science Institute as the Education and Outreach Scientist, located in Baltimore, Maryland. I asked him what exactly is the James Webb Telescope, and here's what he had to say.
Yeah. So the James Webb Space Telescope is kind of the latest great observatory for NASA, the flagship mission. It's a telescope that's about 3 stories tall, about as large as a tennis court, that's been sent about 1 million miles away from Earth, 4 times the distance of the moon. And it's observing the universe in infrared light. So it's this big infrared camera that we're able to point all parts of the sky at some time in the year, looking at things out in the universe that are fairly cold compared to what we're used to on Earth.
The telescope was launched with lots of goals. Here's Dr. Britt with the main goals of the James Webb.
Good question. So there's kind of a few different areas that are really the main goals for the telescope. And generally, we're looking at things like other worlds, other planets around other stars, which includes how those are made and put together. When you look at these places like the Carina Nebula or others where stars are being made, the material starts to coalesce in these disks, which heats up and glows very brightly in the infrared. And those disks are places where planets are made. So we're looking at not only that formation process, but also at the planets at the end of the formation to see, if anything in the so-called habitable zone of stars besides the sun could be a habitable place after all.
The James Webb is still discovering things we never knew about the universe. Dr. Britt also explained some of the most recent discoveries.
So far we've been able to see the composition of galaxies further away than we ever have been able to before. We've already discovered some of the earliest galaxies that we've ever seen before, breaking all previous records for distance.
Our future on Earth is impacted heavily based on the technology we create. Dr. Britt explained the importance of this tech for our future on Earth.
We're studying things that are very distant, and that kind of means that we're really talking about our past in a lot of ways, right? We're talking about the history of the universe and the history of our own solar system and Earth. We're kind of studying origins here and where we came from, where our galaxy may have come from, where the Earth may have come from, and we're able to study those kinds of systems in the depth we haven't had before.
This is just a small portion of the things to learn about the James Webb Telescope. There is always more to learn. But for now, for Airways Media, I'm Joshua Wagley.
When you drive by the Alma Intermediate School's track, you'll often find our varsity track team training and preparing for their various track meets. Aiden Mills and Declan Saunders take a look at our track team here at Alma High School.
Varsity track is a sport that many kids enjoy. We did an interview with the coach for varsity track, Coach Potts, at Alma High School. We asked him a few questions.
The main focus of track is always to go compete and represent Alma as good as we can as we travel throughout the state to different track meets, and to continue to recruit kids to join Alma.
Track and outdoor activities are the most popular sports for girls. The average high school track coach salary in the United States is $43,715 as of January 26, 2023. But the salary range typically falls between $35K and $59K.
What do I expect? I just expect us to go compete and have a great time and to get better each week.
Varsity track is also very competitive, so if you are interested in joining varsity track, talk with your local high school coach about sign-ups. This has been Declan Saunders and Aiden Mills for Airwaves Media at Alma High School.
Students often have problems balancing their life in and out of school. This can cause strain between these two aspects of their lives. Gemini Zhang talked to students to find out how they balance.
Have you ever wondered how to maintain your balance between school and work life? Well, it interests me on how a person keeps their balance between the two when it comes to either commitment, effort, or time that they carry. How does one do all that when maintaining both sides of life?
Typically, I try and finish as much work at school and have it to where I don't have too much or just no homework at all or just missing assignments. I'm in soccer. I have to get practice after school and I have to worry about when games are and if I'll be able to go to them, and I have to report that to my job so I can have those days off and change my times so I can go in.
Based on how much work students put in when it comes to work, life, and school, they do their best to balance everything out. Everybody has different ways on how they control work from school. That also follows up with responsibilities and limitations. So, if you're one that tries to maintain their balance between school and work life, continue to work hard and always keep going no matter what challenges you may face. This is Gemini Shang from Airways Media.
The Coffee Parlor is one of our many local businesses here in Alma, and it has many great things inside it, including great coffee. But why should you go visit? Michael Farrell finds out more in his highlight on the Coffee Parlor.
Offers something that we only have a little of in our area. Great local coffee, a relaxed atmosphere that offers many things, and a lovely team of baristas that serve the customers. I have had the pleasure of sitting down at the Coffee Parlor and relaxing with a great drink. Personally, I love the atmosphere, and it's a great place to relax, and I also think it would be a great place to go have group study sessions. While I was sitting down at the coffee parlor, I was noticing different paintings and drawings from local artists for sale. The artistic ones among us might actually want to consider listing some of their paintings and drawings there at the coffee parlor. It's a great way to support local business, and it's a great way to get your name out there. The coffee parlor looks like it would be a great place to host events like local Bible studies and even small gatherings. There was a recent event there called After Hours, a hangout for all ages and a Bible study group. To learn more about the events offered there at the coffee parlor, I would recommend going in and checking it out for yourself. This has been Michael Farrell showcasing the coffee parlor.
Social media is a popular phenomenon in today's generation, but what effects does it have on teens and young adults? Dane Parker and Levi Stringfellow see what social media does to young minds.
Social media affects everyone differently. This could be negatively or positively. We interviewed our peers about this very subject.
There's positive effects of making better ways of getting communication, talking through family, seeing child's photos, photos of weddings or more things like that. Negative effects are cyberbullying, bringing down others, spreading drama, spreading false information, putting threats out there, ruining someone's life. And there's a lot of things in the world that can change someone's life through social media.
Social media has grown so much over the years, and in order to learn more, we got a second opinion.
It takes up all my time. I spend a lot of hours on my phone because of it, and it makes me really depressed and sad. So it's kind of a bigger negative than positive. Positively, I've made more friends and I've just become more social. But negatively, I don't really talk to people at school anymore, and I just communicate over my phone, and I spend so much time on it that I don't talk to other people.
This has been Dane and Levi with Airwaves Media.
This year, Alma High School has had to change their phone policy. Joseph Lynn and Connor Lyons saw what changes have been to the rules.
88% of American teens ages 13 to 17 have or have access to a mobile phone of some kind.
Texting my friends or seeing stories, I guess.
And a majority of teens, about 73%, have smartphones. Yet phones are a huge distraction to students in the classroom.
Probably to text my friends. These ones behind the camera.
The first time you get your phone taken away, you will be able to get it at the end of the day. The second time, you have to get your parents to come get it. The third is your parent has to come and get it, and you will have a lunch detention any past 3 or more, or likely SDC. This is Joey and Connor for Airwaves Media.
Thanks for watching this episode of the Airedale. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel and make sure to follow all of our social medias at Airwaves Media. And as always, go Airedales!